Hello, my friends. Happy Saturday. Chilly Saturday in Austin, Texas. Vlog. The weather hasn't been that good. Plus, I'm kind of changing the way I'm doing things. I've been mostly working out, but I'm getting outside more now. And also, I've been rebuilding my weight room, my garage gym. Things are going pretty well. I'll get into my Zwift workouts a little bit later, but I'll back up a little bit. About a week ago, I went to San Antonio, and my son and I saw the Army UTSA game. That was pretty good. UTSA lost. It's really amazing how big UTSA is now. I actually went there for a year, almost 2 years, a long time ago, in the 80s actually, so a long time ago. It was a pretty nice game, but I think my son enjoys watching the games on TV more than going to the games, because they're always kind of far away. It's kind of like trail races. There's nothing good close to me. I always have to go far away. Same thing for the college games. I mean, high school games are a little different. There's a lot of good teams, but then we made it back. One interesting thing is I stopped at QT on the way back at San Pedro Avenue, San Pedro Drive. It's been a while since I lived in San Antonio. I forgot about how dangerous San Pedro is. Went into QT and the dude had a full riot gear on, and he worked for QT. Yeah, it's pretty interesting when you see somebody in a bulletproof vest with a QT patch. I hadn't seen that since I think it was Gary, Indiana. I saw a QT worker with that kind of gear. Anyways, I still need to change the purge valve in my car. It only causes problems when I fill up the tank because it gets too many fumes in the engine. And that's the purpose of a purge valve. It keeps fumes building up in your engine. So it's kind of rough starting after filling up a tank of gas. I got one and I was started to replace it, and I realized I got the wrong one, or they gave me the wrong one. And then I went to buy one online again. That's where I usually get my parts, and looks like I got the right one. It's just the format of it, because you got to put heat shrink tube on. So it's kind of it's not a really easy change, but the good thing is it's on the top of the engine. So I'm probably gonna do that today. Did some Christmas shopping. Bought a bunch of stuff on Amazon. Got a new camcorder. It's more like an old style camcorder than I'm gonna mount to a tripod to use in my gym. I'm hoping that with the bigger mic and the different widescreen lens, it'll work better for my live streams in my gym. I had a great live stream last Sunday. I was so focused. You can always run into technical difficulties. I don't care how many years you do it. I've been doing it over 4 years. I was so focused on getting the video right, I forgot about the audio. So I did the live stream. Nobody told me that the audio was messed up. I had some people join the live stream, but not too many. The next day, after it finished saving to the YouTube server, I realized I didn't have any audio, so I had to delete it. So this is my first live stream since last weekend. Zwift's going pretty good. I've only been doing it less than 2 weeks. I moved up to level 8 last night. Zwift cycling has 100 levels. As you move up, you can get different gear and different bike frames, and different wheels. It's kind of like Fortnite, almost like my kids' games. You get XP just like in Fortnite, and the workouts are pretty intense. Every workout's intense, even if it says it's an easy one. I did an easy one last night. It's just called Hot Laps, and it had like 500 feet of gain. And also, if it takes 30 minutes, it says it takes 30 minutes. Usually it takes me 45 because I'm just not as fast, even though I'm pushing, 150 to 200 watts most of the ride. It's just they're based on riders better than me. But even on that one, most of the elevation gain was at the end, climbing a volcano at the end of the ride. So, I mean, it pushes you the whole time. I did one earlier this week, The name of the ride was Oh Hill No, not Oh Hell No, but Oh Hill No. I tell you what, names on Zwift matter. I mean, every workout's going to kick your butt, but if they say they're going to kick your butt in the title, you're really going to get your butt kicked. That thing was like 60% of the ride was like 6 to 10% grade. The nice thing was on the, I think the last 30% was all downhill. So I got my 50 mile an hour badge. I think I got up to 54 miles an hour going down the mountain. I think I was in like gear 18 or something, like electronic gears on my bike. So I'm getting better, learning what gears are best for climbing, what gears are best for just flat surfaces, because not just because you can be in a higher gear doesn't mean you should be. Sometimes you just need a faster cadence. So I've been playing around. Also, the Swift gives you feedback on it too. So it's a pretty intelligent system. It's pretty cool. And then, you know, with the some of the rides have a lot of sprints, and it's always pushing you. It's almost like interval training. You know, the first sprint you do, you get a time. It might be 100 meters or it might be a quarter mile sprint. And then when you come around again, it's got a robo pacer. The robo pacer is kind of a transparent, you know, it's a clear rider. You can see through the rider. You know it's a robo pacer. But the robo pacer starts when you cross the line. And the robo pacer is the pace that you did last time. So you got to try to beat it. And then when you get later in the workout, they could have up to 2 robo pacers. So your best 2 previous times you're competing against. So it's pretty intense. So still learning. I still haven't learned all the buttons on the top of my bike. I need to do the introductory program. I think some of them are for like waving and stuff like that, different buttons. I need to learn them all. I literally have like, I don't know, 20 buttons on my bike. Some are for shifting. Like on the left side, shifting down has 2 buttons. You can push either one. And the right side is shifting up. It's even got brakes. I don't know why you'd ever want to use that, but it's got steering. Nice thing about Zwift is you don't have to steer. You can just keep pushing and you'll just ride over the top of somebody. But you can steer if you want. What else is going on? The weather's pretty good today. It was cold earlier. I had a coat on, and I went back and took it off. I've done about 3 miles so far. Zach Miller has a new video out. It was done by Free Trail. It's pretty good. It's like a lap for Bob or something like that. I recommend checking it out. Bob was a guy that, hey, Jay Jordan. How's it going, man? Can you hear me okay? I can't remember if I turned off my headphones or not. Hope I did. But the lap for Bob is a video about. Oh, cool. Very good, man. But the lap for Bob video is about a guy named Bob, which was in his 80s, which is a big fan of Zach's. And he recently passed away. But Zach, when he did the Hard Rock 100, carried a picture of him the whole race. I think that's pretty cool. The video goes, you know, hey, you too, Jay Jordan, man. Have a good workout, man. Hope you're doing good. I'm gonna be downloading Streamlabs later. I've been messing with OBS. I did have third-party software before to do interviews and some. I mean, I could do live streaming with YouTube, but I'm gonna download the Streamlabs OBS because I was trying to use regular OBS, which is free, just wasn't working very well. Too many technical difficulties. And anyways, I'm going to be live streaming my Zwift workouts. There's another guy on YouTube that does that. His name is Cranks and Sprints, or Gears and Sprints, or something like that. But he had a video on how to do it, so it's pretty cool. So my Zwift bike is already kind of in a studio anyways, because it's got my computer there and everything. I just need to set up the Streamlabs and get it working right. I thought I was gonna get it working yesterday, but maybe when I do the you do EveMux. Oh, okay, I need to check that out. EveMux. I need to check that out today before I download Streamlabs. There are a bunch of them out there, like Restream. I was checking them all out. But the nice thing about Streamlabs, we've got a bunch of overlays. It looks more user friendly because I need to pull in my mic, I need to pull in my camera, I need to pull in my Zwift screen. So just like a gamer does. My kids, which do live streaming sometimes, have a different program, but I don't think it works very well. Theirs is more designed for Twitch. Oh, really? Huh. Well, that's great advice, Jay Jordan. I'm gonna check out EveMux because I was thinking about moving from regular OBS to Streamlabs because OBS was crashing and not working real for me. I definitely want to get a paid version. Huh. That's great advice. I'm gonna check that out. EveMux. I hadn't heard of that one. But I definitely want to get one that will work well, because when I'm streaming on my bike, it'd be hard to mess with my computer. So I need it to be, I don't mind paying money every month, but I need it to be dependable, I guess you'd say. Yeah, I don't want it to crash. Of course, well, they have the free version of Streamlabs and then they have the paid version. I was thinking about getting that paid version and just buying a year. I think a year is like about $150 or something, because the paid version, the ultra version, has a ton of overlays and a bunch of chat bots and all kinds of things you can use. Some of that stuff I don't know how to use. I know how to use overlays, but I'm thinking about really upgrading my live streams. Of course, like these live streams, I'm just using my phone just directly to YouTube. I don't need it. Maybe I will use an overlay in the future. I don't know. But definitely for my garage gym and my Zwift workouts or treadmill workouts, I can do those on Zwift also. I'm going to use a OBS type software. So I was looking at Streamlabs. Definitely going to look at EveMux now. Yeah. What else is going on for me? I went to the TRE show on Thursday. The TRE show is the running event. This year it was in San Antonio, which is about 2 hours from me. So I went back to San Antonio again. I was there this weekend and I went back again. So a lot of trips to San Antonio this week. And I'll tell you what, I've been to the running event, I think 4 years. This one I was kind of disappointed with. It was mostly hydration companies and gel companies. Of course, I got a lot of free supplements. A lot of really good ones too, from the name brands. Some new stuff. But the shoe companies weren't very, the shoe companies were not very friendly compared to previous years. Actually, Ultra is a company that I always give a hard time, and they were actually kind of friendly to me. The lady selling for Ultra was really nice. And I was interested because they have the new Olympus 270. And it basically has got a new upper, and it kind of fits like my La Sportivas on the top. It's got like a built-in gaiter. And what's interesting about the Olympus 270 is you can't wear gaiters. You can't wear the Ultra gaiters because it doesn't have the fastening for it. because the reason is it's got the built-in sock gaiters. However, they're going to be coming out with an Olympus 7 soon that's going to have the same gaiter system. Huh. StreamYard, yeah. I just ended my StreamYard. I had StreamYard for over 2 years, but I just didn't use it very much. I got it for interviews. Maybe that's the best one. Huh. I thought StreamYard was really good for interviews and stuff, but I never thought about using it for like gaming or Swift screen, whatever. Also, they didn't have very many overlays. Yeah, StreamYard I thought was better for interviews and stuff like that. I had an overlay on there, but I actually made the overlay on Canva, and it looked okay. But I used a free one. Doesn't look great, but that's what uh, interested me with Streamlabs. I investigated Restream, which is an internet-based one, but Streamlabs has all of those overlays, over 50 overlays, and they've got a bunch of apps, and then they've got chat bots and other things you can do too, kind of automate the experience. So that's why I was kind of looking at them, but definitely gonna look at that Evlux. I never heard of that one, but StreamYard works pretty good. But yeah, I had to make my own overlay for that one. And I think they've improved it a lot since I started using StreamYard. I was using it a lot when I was doing interviews and joining other workouts and stuff like yours, J. Jordan. But then I stopped using it very much. I think I paid for 1 year and I really didn't use it very much. But with the Zwift, which is more like gaming, I need a very good one, like an OBS system. Maybe StreamYard would do that too, but I was thinking the Streamlabs everyone that's doing Zwift on YouTube is using Streamlabs, so I thought maybe that was the best one. I don't know. But doing Zwift is the same as doing gaming. So if there's an app out there that's real good with Fortnite and stuff, it'd be good with Zwift. But basically, I just need to add my Zwift stream, which is showing me ride the bike online, and then my camera, which is facing me, and then a mic. And then I'm good to go. But the key thing for me is that also Streamlabs has a built-in chat. I know Restream doesn't, and the free version of OBS doesn't. Also, it's some other thing. I didn't like the chat on StreamYard. I thought it was too small, and I never could figure out how to make it bigger. That's the only thing I didn't like about StreamYard is the chat was kind of small. Even if I broadcast it on TV, it's still the chat was small because I got a pretty big TV in front of my bike, so that's my monitor is a TV. So, oh, that would be cool. Oculus Quest, yeah. Yeah, I think that's good advice, J. Jordan. I think I'm going to try the Streamlabs because all the overlays, I want to make a custom overlay for my channel using one of theirs, not because I'm not really an artist. I'll just use one of theirs, and I'll use it for my runs, my workouts, my Zwifts, everything. And then it'll all be set up. Because I do so many workouts online that I don't want to spend 15 minutes, 20 minutes trying to set up the live stream. I want it to be fast, So I'm gonna set up the overlay, everything, click, go, boom. And then I want to be able to see a chat. So if it has a larger chat, that's good for me because I don't want to wear my reading glasses when I'm writing. So that's one of the reasons I'm using a TV as my monitor. Pretty big TV. It's easy for me to see the Zwift screen. And then hopefully it has a big chat. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. I need to learn. I need to. I also think another thing I saw about Streamlabs is they have their own university. So I was looking at their website. So you can basically take a bunch of courses and become a expert on Streamlabs, which I definitely need. I mean, I know basics about streaming because I do so much on YouTube Direct. I really wish YouTube would have these tools itself. They have some tools, but live streaming games and stuff like that, you have to use third party. So, anyways, I will definitely check it out today. Start learning it. Hopefully, I can go live today. I'm gonna try to do a Zwift. I'm trying to do a Zwift workout today live on YouTube. We'll see. And I thought about doing a ski workout live or even a gym workout tomorrow. I got to do some things I got to do at home. My heater's having some problems. It's kind of weird. The heater works fine, but when you turn it off, it's making a bunch of noise. So I need to figure out what it is. Hopefully, it's not expensive to repair. Anytime you got heating or AC issues, it's always expensive to repair. So I thought about doing a race this weekend, but all the ones around me are boring. I've done them many times. They have one Tejas Trail one that's very close to me. It's actually today. Well, I'm just not gonna go pay $100 to run a 10K or a 20K on a boring course. I've done it before, so it's just not appealing to me. So that's why I've been thinking about doing these FKTs or long events that I organize. So that's my plan. Just need to work out some long courses. I've also thought about doing the run every street in your neighborhood or city. A lot of people do that, and there's actually some apps that help you do that too. Like you can, I think it's Map My Route or something like that, or Run Every Street. I can't remember the name, but they have some apps that you can just kind of select an area, and it'll work out the best route for you to run every street in that area. It's kind of cool. It all got started many years ago when there was a guy that ran every street in San Francisco. He's a famous ultra runner. I forget his name. He's not doing much anymore, but his videos on it became very popular. So a lot of people do that now. That seems pretty cool. I may start doing some of that. And my hips are doing pretty good. I ran a little bit today. I don't feel any issues. I think the cycling is helping me out with that. Because the workouts are pretty intense, like I said. But, so I think what else went on this week? Oh, I was talking about the TRE show. So they had a few new shoes there. La Sportiva has a new version 2 of their shoe coming out. Looks pretty nice. I've told them that I want to test out their Max, which is similar to the Olympus. But I'll tell you, the best shoe I saw on the show was the Ultra Olympus 270. And I went through everybody's booth. There were a lot of new pack makers there, hydration packs. A couple of them were like European, and I liked how they held the poles, which is pretty good. Yeah, QT is the place, man. I was talking earlier. I don't know when you joined, Rocky. It's good to see you, man. I went to QT on San Pedro in San Antonio, and the guy working there had a bulletproof vest on and a gun. Had a QT patch on his bulletproof vest. I was like, man, I haven't seen that in a while. San Pedro's a bad street. I forgot how bad it was. I hadn't seen that kind of gear on a gas station worker since I drove through Gary, Indiana uh, earlier this year when I was up in Chicago area. Yeah, QT is the place, man. There's a QT, not a large, a normal size QT, about it's a walking distance from my house. It's pretty cool. So we go there almost every day. I like their Colombian coffee. It's pretty good. I also like their breakfast pizza. It's pretty cool too. Shouldn't be eating that, but it's pretty good. I get stuff from my son there all the time. But yeah, I made it to San Antonio twice this week. Last weekend, my son and I went to the Army UTSA game at the Alamo Dome, which is pretty good. UTSA lost though. And then I went to the running show, which was on Thursday, which was okay. But we were talking about the running show earlier. It's people call it TRE, the running event, but it's basically the running show. All the major shoe companies there, and they always have it in Austin. I think they should move it back to Austin. I think the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center is actually a nicer place than the place in Austin, but they're rebuilding the one in Austin, which is the reason they moved it to San Antonio. But I think because of the air travel is a little more tricky getting to San Antonio than to Austin. I think a lot of people decided not to go, and a lot of vendors decided not to go. It was mostly hydration and food companies. Not many, not many new shoes, and even Hoka. I went to Hoka, which is my favorite brand of shoe. No new Speedgoat, just Speedgoat 6. They have a new high top version coming out for hikers. I think it's out now, but no interest in that. That'd be pretty hot to wear in Texas. Yeah. That's basically a Speedgoat 6 with a high top on it. So we'll see. So my plan today is we were talking about Streamlabs. I'm going to download Streamlabs today. I'm trying to get my Zwift set up so I can broadcast live on YouTube. And I'm probably going to use Streamlabs for my gym too, because like I said earlier, I did a live stream from my gym last week, and dang audio had a problem. So that was my mistake, though. It's not the software problem. I just didn't check it. I checked the video. Sometimes you forget to check the audio. So, anyways, I'll get that worked out. So, really as far as my gyms, my indoor gym is where I got my treadmill and my Zwift bike. I got a computer in there. My old gaming computer from my son's in there. So it's got a lot of horsepower for live streaming because he's got a newer gaming computer. He's got an i6. He runs an i9 now. And then my daughter's old gaming computer, she's using a laptop now. Her i6 I've got in the gym running my live streams from my gym. So I just need to get the OBS. It's going to give me some overlays, make it kind of look better live streaming, and organize it a little bit better for both places. And so be seeing that. As far as live streaming like I'm doing now, I'll just go directly to YouTube because, it works really well. It's just when you're trying to show a game or in the gym, I'm not trying to show anything, but I just want to update the live stream a little bit better with an overlay. And then I bought that new, it's kind of like Chinese camcorder. It's got a bigger lens, a bigger mic. It's not that expensive either. I'm going to use that in the gym, mount to a tripod. And it's got a little more widescreen view. I don't know why I can't talk today. And it's got a better mic. So I'm going to permanently mount that in the gym for my workouts. And then I'm going to move the camera that I had in the gym. I put it near my bike so I can live stream Zwift workouts. That'd be fun. So I should get that going this weekend. I got some things I need to do around the house, but you know how it goes. You always rather work on your hobbies. So I plan to work out a lot. So this is the first workout of the day. I got to do a Zwift workout so I can finish one series. I've been skipping. It's called Hilltop Hustle. Like I said earlier, in a Zwift workout, if it ever says mountain or hill in the title, you know you're in deep shit because it's going to be tough. So I know it's going to be tough, but I'll finish the series. But hope everybody has a great day. Enjoy your weekend. and maybe live streaming later today. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye, my friends.